torturing me, make me act as a puppet, like you always do, like you always do. It's so disgusting how much I desire you. You always got a kiss for me right down your pocket. Open my heart with your spell, a nice and pleasant hell, like you always do, like you always do to me. Beneath your skin, green intentionally trying to abuse me, torturing me, make me act as a puppet, like you always do, like you always do. So disgusting how much I desire you. You always got a kiss for me right down your pocket. Open my heart, read your spell, a nice and pleasant hell, like you always do to me, like you always do to me, like you.
Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live, and this is the Kilz event. Hey, we are there. We are rolling right along. We are on the last 2 weeks of crowning a champion, and I got to tell you, there are no restrictions on kills token on strikes. So tonight is going to be very, very brutal. Everybody is still in it. I know you're looking at the scoreboard saying, how can some of these people still be in it? Well, you're going to find out tonight, because tonight is absolutely epic, and then we've got the finale next week, and then you guys probably saw the reminder a little bit ago that we do have a brand new chapter coming in November. It is called Sinister Shadows, and you may get a clue tonight of what Sinister Shadows is going to be all about. It is an epic, epic storyline, so I'm excited to bring it to you. This has been an amazing event. We had some restructuring that went on. We had some people that dropped out, but here we are. And we don't want to take this lightly, the prize, because the prize continue to go up tonight and also next week. So, without further ado, are you guys ready to get to it? Are you ready? Are you ready to walk through? Are you going to walk through the pink door or the blue door? What are you going to go through? Which one? Pink door or the blue door? Pick right now. Make your choice, and let's roll. All right, looks like people are ready to pick blue.
heart ever find its way back home? Will the tears that I saved for years take home? These streets that once were paved in gold are letting memories go into diamond skies, diamond skies.
Oh, it looked like Dr. Di answered the phone. Dr. Di, she is winning the tournament, and she is awfully, awfully brave. Maybe braver than I would be. I don't know if I would have grabbed that phone. All right, let's check that out, Dr. Di. All right, Dr. Di got a message now. I don't know what she's going to do with that message. Oh, she's going to get Ron to the phone. Okay. I don't know if Ron wants the phone. Well, let's see if Ron picks up the phone. He's like, nope. All right, well, I guess we'll never know. Okay. Click. The phone is dead. The phone is dead. Maybe you can relay some information, Diana, of what could have been a very important call. All right. Are y'all ready? Who's ready to go through that door? I got a feeling we got an event on the other side of that door. And it looks like it's still anybody's contest. All right, here we go.
Driving my car, going away. Here's another road, another bridge. Oh, going on. Life is a path, we can't wait. There's another ride. Feel the wind. Oh,
All right, everybody, we have random order assigned, and that means the first 2 players are going to learn on the fly. I mean, this is not going to be an easy game, but there are rules to it, so the quicker you pick up, the better off you're going to do. And I do have to tell you, every match you lose, you will gain 3 strikes per loss. That's how this is going to be epic. All right, so it looks like we got Jim and we got Cat. Jim and Cat, if you're ready, give me 999s. The best way to learn is just to play. All right, here you go. There are items. So I'm going to take you to the grid, the real grid. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? This is called Rope Roulette. Brand new game. And we're going to try it out for you guys tonight. Now, the purpose is not to die. There are 6 different traps. This is jump. This is duck. This is jump. This is duck. This is jump. This is duck. Now, if you get to the other side first, your opponent dies. If your opponent dies, your opponent dies. So here's the rule. The first thing you will do, you're trying to get to the other side before the other person gets to your side. I will give you 10 seconds and you will have 3 choices. Jump, which is jump. Duck, which is duck. Or you can stay. Now, there are 6 different traps out there. So it might not hurt you to stay for a round or 2, but you cannot stay in any particular area more than 2 rounds. Now, if you want to be risky, you can move, and you hope that one of those things disappears with the die roll. But if you're risky and you don't have a shield or you don't have some protection, you're going to die. And if you die, the round is over. If you die twice, the other person wins the game, wins the match. So here's the way it would work. I would give you 10 seconds. I would say stop. When I say stop, you are going to pick stay, jump, or duck. Those are your 3 choices. If you go duck and that does not disappear, you're going to die. So in some cases, it may be better to stay for a round or 2. But you might have to be risky. Now, what you can do is you can also say jump, warp speed. And you would go 2 spaces. Now you're hoping, if you do that right out of the gates, that would disappear and you'd be safe there. Then maybe next turn, you could play a shield. That is a shield parry. You only get 3 specials per game. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can do what is called a bump back. A bump back, let's say Cat warp speeds here. You could use a bump back and bump Cat back to where she came from. Now, each round, there will be a spin. When a spin happens, it goes like this. This is after you pick. That would be jump 2. So, jump 2, look what would have happened. If Cat would have warp speed here, that would have disappeared and she would be in a safe spot. Now let's say Cat's safe, and next turn she wants to stay. But Jim says, I want to be a little creative because I see that spot is open. So Jim warp speeds. Well, Cat could bump back and push Jim back to where she came from. Now, the problem with Cat staying here is, let's say we spin, and then jump 2 comes back up. It relights it, and Cat would die. Now, Cat could always use the shield. Now, there will be people dying. There will be people dying faster than others. The point is, you want to outlive your opponent. If both people die at the same round, doesn't matter. You're trying to get them to die twice before you. All right, everybody got it? That's how you play it. All right. So Jim and Cat. I'll start a 10-second timer. Timer will be right there. And then we'll turn it off, and then I'll say post your move. All right, here we go. Jim and Cat, 10-second timer starts. All right, timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Going to be jump, duck, or stay. All right, Jim is going to duck. Now, she did not play a shield, so she could die. Cat's going to jump with warp speed. Jump, warp speed, going to the middle. Now, if this is a jump 2, Cat safe. If it is a duck 4, then Jim is safe. If it's anything else, they're both dead. Let's spin the wheel. It is duck 5. That means five disappears, and both players are dead. Now, Cat has used her warp speed. But because both players died, same round, no advantage either way. Okay, let's go to round number 2. You can see spot number 5 is no longer available. It'll reset once a player dies and we gain an advantage. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, Jim is going to stay. Now, Jim could have ducked warp speed and went to the middle. Jim says, I'm going to wait a turn. Cat says, I'm going to duck. Now, still might have worked out because if this is not a duck 6, Jim will live and Cat will die. Let's spin the wheel. Cat needs a duck 6. It is a duck 4. Cat dies. Jim gets the win. It is 1-0. All right, we reset it. Brand new round. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3, post your move. All right. Your buffs reset each round too. Sorry. Jump warp speed. Jim going to the middle. Cat going to jump. All right. Let's see if it's going to be a jump. It is a duck. Both players are down. And it is a duck 5. Okay, round number 2. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, so Jim is going to duck with a shield. Means she can't die this round. Cat's going to jump, warp speed. Now, if Cat would have ducked warp speed, she'd be here. But going up here. Now, if it is not a jump 2, Jim will win. Because Cat does not have a shield, Jim does. It is duck 4. Jim would have been safe anyway. But Cat has died a second time. Jim gets the win. And that's how it goes, just like that. Your strategy. Okay, we had Jim and Cat. Both have played one game. Now, there's 2 things that are going to happen tonight. 1, every time you lose a game, you gain 3 strikes. But number 2, we're going to stack rank the best records. And that means whoever finishes first only gets 1 strike. Second gets 2, third gets 3, all the way through to 10. So, big strikes on the line. All right, do we have Ron and Bones? Ron and Bones. All right. You've seen it. Remember, you can also bounce your opponent back. In some situations, that bump back is going to be huge. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Ron going to stay. Clear the air a little bit. Bone's going to duck. All right. If it's anything but a duck 6, Ron gets the win. It is it was almost a duck 6. That would have been huge. Bones, so close. All right. Bones died. We reset the grid. Ron's 1 round away from winning. That was almost a risky call. So close. All right, here we go. Round 2. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right. Bones going with a jump with a shield. Ron with a duck with a shield. Now, this is going to be interesting because they're both using their shield, so they won't die, but they can't stay here, remember. Well, they can stay here. They can stay for up to 2 rounds. All right, let's spin the wheel and see where we're removing. This is going to be key. It is duck 5. Well, interesting because that opens the door for both, right? Maybe. All right, there is a path, though. Now, I do have to tell you, you go forward. So if Ron were to say jump, he doesn't jump straight up. He jumps forward and up. If you duck, and you go to the next one. All right, but both have used their shield. All right, round number 2. Now, there's some interesting things you can do here, too. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, they both did it. Brilliant. I love it. All right. They both ducked, and they both bounced each other back. Which means Ron's back here. Bones is back here. So let's see, are they both going to die? Or jump 2 is now available. All right, but both died at the same time, so we continue this round. And remember, if it spins and they're out, then they light back up. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, Ron going duck warp speed. Bones going jump warp speed. They both used all of their buffs this round. They got nothing left. Who's going to be risky or who's not? 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Ron going to stay. Bone's going to duck. All right. If it is duck 4, Bones will win this round. If it's not, Ron's going to win by staying. What's the wheel say? It is jump 3. Congratulations, Ron, getting the win. Bones going risky. Ron playing it move by move. We will see Bones again shortly. All right, Dr. Di and Kel. All right, we got. Let's reset these buffs. All right, Dr. Di and Kel. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. All right, we got, double jumps with shields. Trying to get some information. Some people might have stayed, but nothing wrong with getting out in the grid, because the quicker you get out in the grid, quicker you can get to the other side. Both playing their shields, so they're immune to death this round. Let's spin the wheel. See if we got some knowledge from that move. Duck 4. All right, interesting. Next round, 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. All right. Ooh, okay. Kel's going to stay, but she has no shield. Dr. Di is going to jump. Now, had Kel warp speed and ducked, she would have been there. Now, that could light back up, but now you see the strategy, right? They used their shield early. Now, if the spinner is going to decide it, both players hoping it shows up with their area, and it is duck 4. Oh, look at that. Well, sorry. If Kel would have warp speed, she would have wasted her warp speed, and then it lit it back up. So she would have died. Both players did die, and both players don't have a shield now. All right, let's go to the next round. And everything's lit back up. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Jump versus stay. All right, Dr. Die. There you go. Dr. Die says, let me get some data here. Now, if it's a jump 3, Kel's in good shape. If not, Dr. Die's in great shape because she'll get the win. Oh, and it is a jump 3. All right, now. That's what Kel needed. Dr. Die could stay one more time. Kel could stay in her area for 2 times, or they can be risk it. You can see the buffs they have left. But Kel one step closer. All right, 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. All right, back-to-back stays. Now, Die has stayed twice in the same area. Kel has only stayed once, but if it's a jump 3, Kel's going to die. If it's not, it's going to unveil some data. It is a duck 5. Look at that. That makes things interesting. Okay, Kel has options. Doc, not so much. 10-second timer starts right now. Dr. Die does have to move somewhere. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. All right, Kel's going to duck. Now, Kel did not play the bump back. Missed opportunity because, look, she opened the door for Die and gave her 2 moves. Kel ducked. Die did burn her warp speed. But if Kel would have used the bump back, Diana would be right back here and Kel would be in the middle. But here we go. Let's spin the wheel. And let's see who's got some data. Jump 3. Oh, boy. Now, if Diana would have did bump back, Kel would be sitting at that spot. And now look what we got. Okay, both players in the middle. Ten-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Ooh, okay. Now, neither player stayed. Kel is going to jump with warp speed. Now, warp speed, though, you can't warp speed all the way to the end. I guess I should have told you that. But if you clear this hurdle, you win. You do have to stop at the last gateway. But you would win at this game. Dr. Die is going to duck. But regardless of what Kel just did anyway, Dr. Die played bump back, so Kel's going to be back in the middle. Now, that actually helped Kel. Potentially. All right, let's spin the wheel. It is Duck 5. Oh, that's what Doc needed, but ouch. That bounce back brought Kel back, and she died. Problem is, Doc did too. But you can see, Kel still has a buff left. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Jump versus jump. Well, at least one person is not living. Oh, Kel needed that jump 3. All right. But we do get a duck 4. Ten-second timer. A little bit of a path there. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Doc going to duck. Kel going to play bounce back. Kel's going to jump. Now, if it is not a jump 3, Dr. Dye wins. It is not. All right, round number 1 goes to the doctor. Remember, best 2 out of 3. Here we go. Everything resets. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Doc's going to stay. Kel is going to duck with a shield. Nice. Getting out to an advantage. All right, round 2. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Wait a minute. I got to spin the wheel. Scratch that. Let me spin the wheel first. No move. No move. All right, it is duck 5. All right. Got to clear the path first. All right, 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Dr. Dye going to jump with the shield. Kel going to duck with a bump back. All right. But Dr. Dye is shielded. No bump back on a shielded player. So you got Kel in the middle. Dr. Dye shielded. Let's spin. Duck 6. Ooh, that got interesting. Okay. Ten-second timer starts right now. Timer is up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Kel going to stay. Doc is going to... Oh, there it is. All right. Warp speed now. Doc, if it's anything except duck 6. You will clear the round. Spin the wheel. It is... Oh, my... It was so close. Oh, my goodness, Doc. Wow. That was almost a duck 6. Dr. Dye gets the win. All right, do we have... Oh, we got Villar and Julia. Villar and Julia, give me 999s. Now, rules will change slightly with this, but this could be a game that you see as a Saturday tournament in the future. Villar on the left. It's also important to know whether you're on the left side or the right side. All right, 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got... Oh, Villar says, I'm going for it. Villar jumping to the middle with warp speed. Trying to get that early edge. Julia says, I'm jumping, but I'm going to shield. Now, if it is not a jump 2, Villar, you lose. Oh, that was close, too. It is a jump 1. Villar dying. Julia not. And we reset for the next round. Julia up 1-0. All right, everything resets. Round 2, 10-second timer. Villar playing sudden death. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Both going to stay. All right. Round 2. 10-second timer. Actually, hold up. Scratch that. I got to spin the wheel again. They both stayed, so we have to unveil some of the map. It is duck 5. All right. Now let's start the timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got Julia going duck with warp speed. And we got Villar going duck, playing shield. All right. No matter what. Now, if it is a duck 5, Julia dies and Villar wins. Oh my goodness, it is a duck 5. Wow. All right, Julia, that's the way it goes. Villar played it safe. Julia played it risky. It is now 1-1. Buffs reset. Sometimes that path is not paved in gold. All right, 1-1. Tiebreaker. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, oh, Villar's going for it. Jumping warp speed, Villar. Going to the middle again. And we got Julia. Jump with a shield. All right. Villar, rolling the dice here. It's got to be jump 2 or the game's over. It is duck 4. Congratulations, Julia, getting the win. All right, do we have Dimes and Busy Bee? All right, Dimes and Busy. Little game of rope roulette. Dimes going left. Busy going right. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, Busy going to jump. No buffs. Dime's going to duck with a shield. Now, Busy, if it ain't a jump 3, Dime's going to get that early advantage. It is a duck 4. Dimes would have had a nice path anyway. Win goes to Dimes. All right, everything resets. Round 2. 10-second timer. Sometimes like sudden death. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, Busy going to play bounce back. Dime's going to stay anyway. Busy's going to duck. Now Busy is open for duck 6, or the game is over. It is duck 5. All right, Dimes with the clean sweep. Busy got here a little late, but she'll catch up quick, I'm sure. All right, now we're going to play across. Jim and Kel. Give me 999s. Jim and Kel. All right, each player's second game. Jim's won 1. Kel has lost 1. Jim will be on the left side. Kel will be on the right side. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Jim going to duck. Kel going to stay. Jim needs a duck 4. Anything except a duck 4, Kel will win. It is a jump 2. Congratulations, Kel, getting the first. All right, let's go to round 2. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right. Kel going to stay. This time Jim says, I'm moving forward in the map. Jim going to duck with a shield. Kel going to stay. Let's spin the wheel. It is duck 4. Now, not only did Jim stay safe that round, she could have a safe haven. Remember, you can only stay in any area 2 times in a row. Ten-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Jim going to stay. Kel going to duck with a shield. All right, now if it's a duck 4, it's bad for Jim. Anything else going to create a path. It is jump 2. All right, there are strategies. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right. Now, personally, I'm going to say the two of them got it backwards. My opinion. I think Kel should have warped speed, and Jim should have bounced back. Because if Kel would have warped speed and Jim wouldn't have, Kel would be there for the win. If Kel would have done that and Jim would have bounced back, Kel could potentially die. But let's see how it plays out. Jim is going to jump with warp speed, which means she jumps, and then she goes here, which puts her at risk. Kel is going to jump here, but she's going to bounce back, which might actually help Jim. All right. One person is definitely going to live. But if the other dies, we'll see. Let's spin it. It is jump 2. Kel dies. Jim gets the clean sweep. Ouch. That was bad, bad luck. Jump 2, though. Whoop. Just like that. The bounce back helped Jim and hurt Kel. All right, and that means Jim is now 2-0. All right, Cat and Villar. Each player with a loss, so one person is going to get on the win list. All right, we're going to put Cat over on the left side, Villar on the right side. Let's reset the map. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Villar going to stay. Cat going to jump with a shield. All right, spin that wheel. Jump 3. Provide some options for both players. Round number 2, 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got Cat going warp speed. Now, Villar needed to do the bounce back there, which could have saved her the game, maybe. Villar jumped and uses the shield. Now, because Valar used the shield in non-shielded area, if it is jump 3, Cat will die and Valar will be shielded. So there's still a way she can win. Let's spin it. Valar needs a jump 3. It is not. It is a jump 1. But both players are currently safe. Now, all Cat has to do is survive. Because even if Valar did a bounce back, this is where Cat's starting. That's why you have to survive this round. So there is no defensive strategy for Cat to be knocked back. The only thing that can help Valar is to hope that Cat dies. All right, so Cat, all you have to do is hit stay or jump, doesn't matter. But 10-second timer for Valar. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right. Valar going to jump with a shield. And because she did play the shield, she can't be bounced back. But Valar loses because she did a illegal move, so I don't even need to spin it. Valar played shield on back-to-back turns. Congratulations, Cat. Getting the win in round number 1. Valar used the shields like Busy uses preventions. Unlimited. All right. It is 1-0. Everything resets. Ten-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got Valar going warp speed with the duck. Look at this. Woo! Fast, like lightning. We got Cat ducking with a shield. Now, if it's not a duck 5, Cat's going to win. Spin the wheel. Look at Valar. It is a duck 5. She got what she needed for now. But Cat's still alive, too, because she had the shield. But Valar's got good positioning. All right, 10-second timer. Starts right now. Matters what you do next, right? Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Oh, Valar's risking it. All right. But Cat might have just helped her. Because, look, Valar jumped in harm's way. Cat bounced her back. On the flip side, Cat ducked, and Villar bounced her back. So right now, Cat's in harm's way. Let's spin the wheel. Cat needs a duck 4 to stay alive. And it's a jump 2. Congratulations, Villar, tying it up. Everything resets. And we got a tiebreaker. Ten-second timer starts now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got a jump with a shield and a duck with a shield. Both players are shielded. Let's spin it. Jump 1. Interesting for both players, though. So we'll see what they decide to do. But they're options, right? All right, 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got both players bouncing back. Cat's going to stay, so she can't be bounced back. Villar was going to jump, but Cat bounces her back. Smart move by both. But looks like Cat's in a little better position. Villar is hoping for either a jump 1 or a duck 6. She got 2 ways to stay in it. And unfortunately, it is a duck 4. Congratulations, Cat, getting the win. Cat was in a safe space. Villar was not. Best 2 out of 3. All right, good matches. Villar, you having fun? All right, Ron versus Julia. This is big because they're both near the top of the standings. Ron and Julia. This is an epic battle here. Both won their first match, too. Ron on the left side. Julia on the right side. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Ron going to stay. Julia going to jump with the shield. Let's spin it. Jump 1 is available. All right. Ten-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Ron going to jump. Going to bounce Julia back. Julia trying to warp speed. All the way there. Julia needs a jump 3 or a jump 1 to stay alive. It is a jump 3. Look at that. Both players in pretty good position. Maybe, maybe not. Do they stay? Do they move? Do they use their buffs? All right, here we go. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. All right, we got Julia's going to stay. Ron's going to jump with a shield. Ron burning that shield. Now, if it is a jump 3, Julia's dead. It's a duck 6. Duck 6. Interesting path, right? Ten-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Ron was going to warp speed. Julia said, nope, I'm going to bounce you back. Julia ducked. Now, I think stay was the better move for Julia, and here's why. Had she stayed, I think she'd have a little better odds, but let's see how it goes. It is a duck 5. Oh, my goodness. Talk about when she needed it. Ron dying. Julia made the move to live. Game 1 to Julia. Let's reset it. All right, everything resets. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Both players going to stay. Round number 2 after we spin the wheel. Duck 6. We unveiled a little information there. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, Julia burning a shield for some reason on a non-lethal area. Ron burning the shield makes sense. Both players burning their shield. But maybe Julia thinks that trap's going to pop back up. Let's see. We'll see if it was a good move or not. Jump 3. All right, 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Can only bounce you back to where you started, not from the start, where you started that move. Ron, going to duck with warp speed, putting him all the way at the end. Julia going to stay. Now, all Ron needs to do is stay and live. Now, if he had a shield, he'd be guaranteed to win. But he can't be bounced back from this level. 10-second timer. So Ron just type stay. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Julia going to go duck warp speed. All right, now, if it is a duck 6, we'll replay the round. So, Ron, the only thing that can keep you from winning this round is a duck 6. And it is not a duck 6. It is actually a duck 4, which would have kept Julia alive, but Ron finishes the round. All right, it is 1-1. Julia didn't die, but Ron finished first. That's the way it works. We're tied. Pretty big match. And now you guys can see the tiebreaker and the strategies. All buffs reset. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Stay versus stay. Let's do it again. We'll see what the path is. Ooh, path is jump 1. All right. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Ron just going to jump. Joey going to jump. Have to burn that shield. Now, Ron could die. Not trying to jinx him, but if it is a jump 1, again, Julia will win. But Ron's saving it, so we'll see. He's playing the odds. It is a duck 4. Duck 4. Changes the strategy for both players. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Julia just going to duck. Ron going to duck with a shield. Now, only thing that can keep Julia alive is a duck 5. Otherwise, Ron will get the win. And Ron is shielded. But if it is a duck 5, Julia will have the advantage. Is it? It is jump 1. Congratulations, Ron, getting the win. All right, bones and dimes. Bones and dimes. Bones will be on the left side. Dimes will be on the right side. Ten-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Stay. And Dime says, I got to get on the board. Let me jump and shield. Spin that wheel. Duck 6. All right, round number 2. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. Dime's going to jump. Bone's going to duck with a shield. Let's spin it. It is duck 5. Congratulations, Bones. All right, on the fly rule change. Because y'all know I'm play testing tonight anyway. For the rest of the night, you may only stay one time in a row, not twice in a row. Okay? I'm going to spice up the game a little bit so you can no longer stay 2 rounds in a row. All right, round number 2, all buffs reset. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Bone's going to stay. She might win right out of the gates because Dime says, I'm going to warp speed. All right, Dimes. She gambling. All right. Dimes is open for that jump 2. But if it is a jump 2, she's going to be in great shape with her buffs left. Is it a jump 2? It is a, jump 1. All right, congratulations, Bones. Getting the clean sweep win. We started a new game, Ron. We started a new round. All right. Dimes with her first loss. All right, the number 1 player, still at 0. Dr. Die versus Busy Bee. Can Busy give Doc some points? We'll see. Doc and Busy, give me 999s. All right, 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your moves. Stay versus stay. All right. That's the only stay they can have where they're at right now. Let's go to round number 2. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Actually, scratch that. I got to spin the wheel. Spin the spinner. It is duck 6. That'll change things a little bit. All right. Let's try that again. Now y'all can see the map. All right, round number 2. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, we got Busy gonna duck, smart move. Dr. Die, jump with a shield, smart move. Busy could die, but she's saving her buff. So Busy needs anything except a duck 6. And it is a duck 6. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Busy. I think I cursed you. Dr. Die, staying hot, burning that shield, and getting a win. 1-0. Buffs reset. 10-second timer starts right now. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. All right, Doc, ducking with a shield. Busy, jumping with a shield. So both players burning their shield, so they are safe this round. Let's spin the wheel. See what the path looks like. Duck 4. All right. Not sure who that helps, but we'll see what their strategy is. Could help both. All right. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Oh, Doc. All right. Doc went risky. Now, Doc probably should have played bump back. Would have left Busy at risk, but she didn't. So she let Busy warp all the way over, but Doc warped all the way over. But the difference is, Busy's in an unguarded area. And I'm not saying what could happen hurt Busy again, but Doc definitely needs either a duck 4 or a duck 6. Anything else, Busy will win the round. It is a jump 1. Jump 1. All right, jump 1. That means Dr. Die dies with the blade. Busy lives. It is now tied 1-1. Tiebreaker. Can Dr. Die stay hot, or will somebody finally give her points? Brand new game. Everything's reset. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Push your move. We got Stay by Dr. Die. Busy's going to jump with a shield. And sorry, that should be added. Busy burning her shield, but depending on what the die roll is, or the spin, we'll see the path. It is a duck 5. All right, round number 2. 10-second timer. Timer's up. 1, 2, 3. Post your move. Both players. Dr. Die. Oh, look what Busy did. Smart. She thought she was going to go warp speed, and she did. But Busy uses the bump back. Busy also ducked. Now, Doc, the only thing you can hope for is a duck 5. Anything else, Busy gets the win. It is not a duck 5. Congratulations, Busy B getting the win. And finally, somebody beats the Doc. All right. As you can see, we will continue this next week. Everybody's got the hang of it. I would expect a few more rounds. But the way it stands right now, Jim and Ron were the only two that did not lose. They're currently tied for first place. Y'all saw the standings at the beginning. So you know each one of these little skulls is worth 3 strikes. So we will have updated standings next week. We will bring it back here for the grand finale, and we will crown a Kilz event champion. But it is still anybody's game because there's more strikes that can be added, and we will rank the players at the very, very end. So good luck. Great time, everybody, tonight. This game was just created this week, so if you guys like it, give me a thumbs up. Give me 999s, brand new invention. Of course, you know, I'll accept feedback, and we will change things a little bit, but something brand new that we can create, and we're always looking to build new content. All right, you guys have a great night. We got to go back and get some sleep. Where are we going to go?
Darkness meet on the edge of the horizon through the trees. I am a narcissist crippled with self-doubt. I've got a courage that brings me to my knees. I am equal parts sacred and pro so I can slip out the back door and be alone. I fight with angels till I'm too beat up to walk, and then I hold them tight and when I let them go, I am equal parts sacred and profane. I live my life that way. I live my life that way. I am equal parts of Abel and of Cain. I live my life that way. I live my life that way. I am a generous swindler, an honest man who lies his mind. Human nature, that's a hell of an alibi. You got killed. I read a story once about a whitewash tomb, and I've been thinking about that story ever since you left the room. Generous swindler, an honest man who lies. I've got a fear of failure that keeps me up at night. I read a story once about an empty tomb, but I've been trying to pay this debt off ever since I left the womb. And I am equal parts